Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here because one of the things I want to share is my evolution, my quantum jumping, my ability to be awakened. Now, what does that mean? First, we can talk about people who are not awake, you know, the ones that are not following their dreams, the ones that are not living in the life that they want, basically. You know, they are stuck in jobs, they're stuck in relationships that they don't enjoy anymore, they're not there anymore, it doesn't serve any purpose anymore. They're doing things that just for the routine, for the sake of everybody's expectations, to meet everyone's expectations. And I was one of those many, many years ago. And, but since then, this is all the things that I've done. I've been a property host, I've run women empowerment groups, I've traveled the world with my children, and one of them is here, Sam, today. I've given talks in Parliament. I've been inspiring women on stage. So lots of things, and obviously my heart is where my family is. So lots of things. And then if you see on the next slide, I love the luxuries of life. I hang out with lots of fantastic women and do lots of women empowerment. Charities and all sorts of events. You might notice some of the people on this slide from various education organisations and the winner of Apprentice, for example. Now, one of the things I want to show today, that's my graduation for the second doctorship. One of the things I want to show today is this machine here. This machine is very special indeed because this machine, this is what happens when you switch it on. Literally, you can't see it, but if I use AI to draw a picture of it, this is what happens. So it turns on, and a scalar energy, you access a quantum field, a place of no time and no space. And in that field is where anything, any information, the whole cosmos of information is available to you. So anything you want to manifest is possible in that space and time. Now, can you do this without this machine? Of course you can. Many people do it via meditation. But the only difference is, can you access those frequencies of what you want? Can you get into the vibration, the higher frequencies of what you're trying to attract, like a magnet? Like a radio show, you know, you're trying to turn on the right frequency, or when you're trying to call somebody on a mobile phone, have you got the right digits to call that person or to manifest what it is that you want? So, what have I got here? So this is the awakened path today I want to talk about. It's about the ones who are awakened. And if you are not, then this is something for you to think about. Many people have challenges. Put your hands up if you've all got a challenge right now. Come on, everybody must have a challenge right now. I don't care what it is money, relationship, career, business, you know, whatever it might be. Everyone has a challenge. Challenge, blockage, and a problem. So the question is, how do we overcome all these blockages and challenges? Would you like to know? Yeah. Right, okay. So we go back into what we call, let's introduce you to a little bit more into spirituality and science. So I'm very spiritual. I believe and I honor all religions because as long as they are one within the light, they work towards humanity, they work towards bringing good to the world and serving other people, then it doesn't matter which religion you are in. So that's a general principle. So I'm talking about a general principle today, which is the greatest forgiveness. One of the major things that we need to know is understand what the soul is. So some people will say it's the spirit. I say it is information. So information could be positive, could be negative. It's what comes into our body at this point in time, in this lifetime. So is the soul in our body, or is the body in the soul? It's all intertwined. In this lifetime, if you believe in reincarnation, if you don't, that's fine. The soul is the information that's been passed on from lifetime to lifetime. And if you don't believe in that, that's okay. We can call it DNA that's been passed on from our ancestors. So with this information we're carrying, it has positive information and negative information. With our blockages, it is caused from the negative information. And what we want to do is be able to transform that negative information into positive information. So how do we do that? We need to let go. It's energy. Everything is energy. It's vibration. It's a field. Everything doesn't stand still, whether it's a chair, whether it's us. You know, we're all vibrating. And everything changes over time. So let's just talk about the soul a little bit more. So in order to create matter, there is something in Chinese which we call Shen, Qi, Jing. Shen is the soul, the heart, the mind, the body. And then you need Qi, which is energy. So with the soul, heart, mind, body, plus the energy, then we create matter, which is Jing. So during this transformation, along the way, we are creating information, and that information could be positive and negative, whether it will be our positive and negative thinking, whether it will be, it would be our action that we're taking. It could be something we're doing wrong or hurting others. That doesn't serve others, but it could be positive as well. So with positive, you are creating positive karma, and with negative, you're creating negative information, negative karma. So with that information, what we want to do is unblock those negative information by letting go. So in hypnotherapy, because that's another thing that I do as a hypnotherapist, amongst many things, we understand that in the regression, you can take people in the past and look at the scenes of what has affected their trauma or whatever it is that they're manifesting or trying to go through. Now, everything is in our mind as a perception. Okay? If, for example, someone said something negative to you, what do you think about it? You know, some people will take it a wrong way and would be very angry, or will be a reactor, not an actor, right? But you can choose to be an actor and decide, no, that's not me. That's their energy, their information, their negative information. You stay over there, I'm over here. I'm not going to let you affect my information, affect my emotions. So you always have a choice about decisions of what you make. So with that, we can change this information. Now, with deep blockages, the root of all blockages is soul blockage. And how do we undo the soul blockage? Now, where does soul blockage come from? It could come from something in this lifetime, another lifetime. It could come from our ancestors. Our ancestors could have created negative information. They could have trauma as well. Like, for example, if they've been through wars, right, and been a victim of war and have deep fears. That information can be passed on. Now, whether you call it soul information or whether you call it DNA information that is being passed on in the information given to us in this lifetime, we have to undo it. So some people, they just don't know why. They've done nothing wrong. They are procrastinating in their lifetime. They have deep fear about everything, and anxiety and even depression, even if they've done nothing of negative information in this lifetime and their parents have done nothing to them. You know, they've had a happy childhood and they just don't understand where this depression, where this anxiety, where this fear comes from. And that information could be, as I say, karmatic. It could be ancestral from a DNA being passed on. So to undo that information, that blockage, we have to do forgiveness practice. So I'm a forgiveness practitioner, and one of the things that I do is set up groups And then we do meditations, and in the blessing itself, we ask the source, the cosmos, the universe, and we ask whoever you believe in to come in, and also then we invocate and ask for our spiritual mothers and fathers to also come in to our blessing. And whoever it is, whatever it is that we want to transform, the blockage, so we ask for the blessing. Usually, the information, or if we want to talk about spirituality, the souls of that information who's caused the positive and negative transaction may be heard and come in to hear your blessing in the quantum field. Because I mentioned it's a place of no time and no space. So anything is possible. Anybody, anywhere can come in and connect with you for that blockage to unblock. So if you don't believe that, that's fine, but know that it works. So if you take away anything from today, I would say to you is this: I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. And I forgive myself unconditionally. Some people need to hear that. Together we bring love, peace, and harmony. Together we bring love, peace, and harmony. Because everybody in this lifetime is only looking for these three things. If you're looking for money, if you're looking for love, this is what you want. At the end of it is love, peace, and harmony in our heart. You can make a lot of money, but you couldn't be happy. Because if you don't have peace, if you don't have harmony, then it's still nothing. You're still searching for something else. Which is why everything we do, we need to do it in love, peace, and harmony. And we want it for ourselves, and we want it for other people. And that's how we serve. I will finish today with just a secret mantra, which is Hei Hung, Hei He Hung A Shu Wang Yo. The yo's gone. Hei He Hung A Shu Wang Yo. So basically, when you're singing this, you might want to take a photograph. I think the yo's gone. Hei is our root chakra. Hung then goes to our sacred chakra, and it goes all the way up. And imagine this meridian line of the chakras, and we are trying to unblock all our chakras. So it's like a train track. If our meridian lines, our energy centers are blocked any way in our body, we get ill, right? It's like a train track. It's stopped at one station. It can't move, right? So we get headaches and all sorts of other illnesses when the blood flow and energy, the chi is not flowing, which is why this secret mantra works. And I chant it all the time. Whenever I'm feeling a bit low, I want my energy to go up, I chant, Hei He Hung A Shu Wang Yo. And the energy travels up to the top of our crown chakra, and it goes all the way back to our spine and goes round and round in a circle. So that is a secret mantra, and it works by unblocking your meridian line. So I'll leave you with that, but this machine helps with going into that quantum field and changing. It has DNA. It can change junk DNA, potential DNA, and actually onset genomes. It's not scientifically proven, but my evolution of who I am today has certainly been very different if I was standing here 3 years ago. Thank you very much.